I was thinking about doing 80s content. Remember the Skateland? Could really go for one of those super rope licorice. And just across the street from Skateland is the Midas. Kelly has an oil change appointment, dropping her off. She's gonna do some of the video with me. See what we can find today. Little trip down memory lane. Believe it or not, this used to be Bally Total Fitness. I originally joined here 2002. On the far end over here was a pool, the sauna area. You'd walk in right here, the main entrance, and it does have 2 stories here. There's actually a big window in the bottom here where all the machines, the free weights on the bottom, and then workout rooms, bicycling, spin classes upstairs. And now it's turned into an Aurora Health. A couple of years ago. This was one of my favorite places to work out before I added it at home. And just behind here is Blue Mountain Road, a high shopping area. And right across from me used to be a GameStop. I actually used to park right here on the side here where, guess where that black car is. Like, that was my spot. I'd get here at about 8 o'clock every night and I'd work out. The club closed at 10 and I'd be back the next day. They did have more parking in the back, but not a lot of people got spots in the front, mostly staff. And right next to here is a Hooters, and this has been closed for a couple of years now. I want to say since 2020. And all that's left are those decals on the door. Didn't come here too often, but just want to throw that out there. You know, these places you're used to being are no longer in one of the more popular, I guess, strip malls from the past in Brookfield. And now the staple is the Guitar Center half-price books. Used to have some patio seating out here, and then the restaurant just kind of winded over here, and then the rest of the strip mall, which we're gonna meet up with Kelly. Half-price books is just around the corner. We'll go over there and do our intro. Welcome to another Walk and Talk. Today's episode is Saturday, June 3rd, 2023. I actually almost just rolled my ankle walking from where Bally's used to be across to where Hooters is. I wasn't watching what I was doing. I had the camera going and it was close. We almost had an ankle injury. Kelly's with me for a little bit. We're waiting for her car to finish up, getting an oil change. She's at Half Price Books. We'll run over there and see if we can find anything really cool today. And just a shot of Half Price Books from the street here. Got some Stranger Things pop toys. There's always some collectible stuff right when you walk in here. The entrance is right behind me here, and this first aisle to my left, some really good stuff. You got a nice Darth Vader here. And Batman. These pop toys are just big. There was a Knight Rider one here the last time I came. We'll see if it's still here. And Brandon Roth is Superman. Superman Returns. General look of the store. We walked in right here. A lot of books. A lot of nostalgia. A lot of collectibles here. Things you don't quite think are going to be here. I always find something really interesting. A lot of games. Like this Batman. These are those times where it's hard not to pick up anything. Classic Batman look. Along with Ben Affleck, Batman vs. Superman, Bruce Wayne. Now these toys, I mean, we're seeing a lot of these at Target, and you know, you come to a place like this and you see completely different stuff. You just got to get out there. You never know what you're going to find. Check out Shazam. And also a Batgirl and Poison Ivy. I haven't seen these before. It's right next to where that Batman was. Red Hood for $14.99. Jason Todd. Like Slade Wilson, Dick Grayson, Nightwing, Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. And Black Adam right behind. $12.49. Jason Todd's a little bit more. And it's not quite Spider-Man 2099, but it's X-Men. And I just want to give a shout out whenever we see that 2099. It just reminds me of that classic Spider-Man. This has been here for a while. I remember showing the back of this box the last time we were here. Look at Weapon X. And there was a Sega Genesis Mini here the last time I came. Actually, the last couple of times it was here. I believe it was $99, $90. I'm not seeing it, but they do have it, the original Xbox with the box for $120. Wii for $85. The Wii U, I actually had this. I had it for a little while. $230. I mean, this is a collectible right here. Not seeing the Sega Genesis or that Michael Knight pop figure. But they do have a comic book area here. Archie, Justice League, Wolverine, X-Men, Captain America. I did find a Spider-Man 2099. Big shout out to The Simpsons Saturday Night, Multicade Matt, Nerd Lounge Master 84, The Bad Guy Mike Worley, Real Zim, and MG. Well, not the greatest of stuff at half price books today, but we saw some. I like that Batman. I was hoping we'd see that Michael Knight, even though I don't want to really spend the money on that. I wouldn't have passed that up today. It does have Kit, the Knight Rider car. Kelly just got a call. Her car's done. We're going to drop her off. Another hot day in Wisconsin. I didn't really have any rhyme or reason where I was going next after I dropped Kelly back off at Midas. I ended up at a different Walmart. We can see it right behind me. Kind of in the boonies here. We spin around. Nothing behind me. Some factory right over here. Haven't been to this Walmart in like at least 3 years. We'll run in, we'll see what they have different than what we've seen at previous Walmarts. This Walmart does have a FedEx office here. Must be something new. Haven't seen or heard of this at any Walmarts. Came in from about that direction over here. Everything's kind of like flipped from previous Walmarts I've been at, but I noticed these Funkos right here. We have the Michael Keaton Batman, and it's a Walmart exclusive, only at Walmart, for $11.88. Nice look here of the figures from that movie. That's right, General Zod is making a cameo from the previews we've seen. There's the Ben Affleck Batman. A Magic Johnson pop figure. USA Dream Team. Iron Hammer. This is Sean Kemp. Classic Slam magazine. Some good stuff at Walmart in their collectible area. Kind of a step up from what I've seen at a couple of previous places. Looks like there are some comic books. One of the back end aisles here in the collectibles around the corner from the games, and some more pops. I didn't find any arcade one-ups at this location, but I found something that might be even cooler. Check this Dragon Sword out. And this is the Super 7, so it's that same brand as those Transformers. If you've seen any of those at Best Buy, for $84.96. I haven't seen a Dragon Sword this size since 1994. See-through Dragon Swords, kind of like those 80s see-through phones. And right above are a couple of figures. These are the finds of the day. We have the Yellow Ranger. One of the villains here. Not familiar with this guy. It's been a long time since I've seen any Power Rangers shows. It's kind of the back side. So they actually have some of those Wave 2 figures here. Nope, my mistake. These are the Wave 3. Just noticed this Batman that came to Gotham. This is a new animated movie. I haven't seen this. So it's like that Batman Under Gaslight. Wondering if HBO, or Max I should say, will pick this one up. I'm always a fan of the DC animated movies, but I did just watch the Legion of Superheroes featuring Supergirl, Brainiac 5. This is a good one. The big twist in this movie, I don't want to give away anything, but Mon-El, Supergirl, Brainiac 5, Legion of Superheroes. A couple of different Transformers at this Walmart. They do have Sludge from that 1986 Transformers movie. It's that classic logo I always like to point out. Look at the back side. They do have 2 of them. You can see another box behind. We did see Sweep a couple of weeks ago. There's another guy, Wreck-Gar. So a motorcycle. More Sweep. Looks like 2 of the Wreck-Gar, 3 of the Sweeps. And just below here, this Starscream for $33.97. I was talking about Toys for Tots last week. This is something I want to pick up. This is the classic, you know, 84, 85, 86, well, okay, the 86 movie mold here. I mean, this is the Starscream that I would have remembered as a kid. They do have a couple of, this is a Walmart. I will come back very soon. I'd like to pick one of these up in my collection for something I want to talk about in the coming episodes, but I do have this plan where I want to motivate everybody to think about picking up what you can on a Toys for Tots type program. A couple of Marvel figures here. We have Adam Warlock. There's a Rocket Raccoon back here. Wonder Man. A Hydra guy. I'm not familiar with this character. Baron Box Strucker. Some of those McFarlane action figures here, the vehicles. We do have John Stewart. We'll see if we can find Deathstroke, Slade Wilson, Wonder Woman. We'll see if we can find, there's Nightwing, any Batman or Superman here. And you know me going through these, always knocking things over. Yeah, I'm surprised. You can see they're all Nightwings there and all Wonder Womans. Who would have thought that Batman and Superman would be this hard to find? All Green Lanterns. I didn't notice these. I don't know if this is a new thing or if they were at Walmart, so I just didn't pay attention. Just right down the aisle from those McFarlane's. WWF, WWE, I'm sorry. It's the Undertaker, classic 80s, early 90s figures, The Ultimate Warrior. So I just watched this documentary on The Ultimate Warrior. It was kind of sad, but okay, grab the next one. Pretty cool. Yeah, the back of this reminds me of those, you could buy like a Spider-Man or a Silver Surfer, late 80s, early 90s, and you could just bend them. These aren't bendable figures, but similar like a Gumby toy. Same kind of packaging, black and white on the back, but Ultimate Warrior. You know, he changed his name, his last name to Warrior. Legally changed it. Interesting that you can find, you know, Superman and Batman and other, there's a Batman up there, other types of figures, but when it comes to these superpowers, not seeing them. It's just crazy, because when you look in the back here, with John Stewart in my hand, you know, you get Superman, Darkseid, Batman. I mean, actually Darkseid too. Like, these guys are hard to find, and you just wonder if it's something similar to like those Super 7 Power Rangers we just talked about. Best Buy has a variety of them. Walmart. It's like, how many different stores are carrying the superpowers in order to find a Batman, a Superman, or Darkseid for that matter. So there's plenty of these styles. We'll look at the Legion of Doom. Hall of Justice, Legion of Superheroes, probably the Watchtower. That's pretty cool. They need to bring back the Hall of Justice. Okay, you got the vehicles here. You have the Supermobile, the Batwing. Bring back the Hall of Justice. They do that, I'm buying it. Not a lot of sales today per se for Arcade 1-Up. I did take a quick look before I ran into Walmart, Best Buy, you know, nothing besides those $50 off on the deluxe cabinets. I didn't expect to see any Arcade 1-Ups at Walmart. Just kind of came out here on a hunch. You never know what we're gonna find. If there are Arcade 1-Ups at Walmart, it's gonna be your standard. It's gonna be NFL Blitz, Ms. Pac-Man without the riser, and the MK30th without the riser, and probably, I'm thinking Pac-Man without the riser, if my memory's correct. That's pretty much what you'll see at Walmart until they start like liquidating possible Terminator 2 cabinets. We've seen an in-store sale at Best Buy for $315. You go in store, you can get that cabinet, and I'm kind of telling everybody who's asking me about that, like, what do you think of that sale? I think we're gonna see Terminator 2 come in at $199 before it's all said and done. I have a different take on Terminator 2 that I'm gonna get into in the next video. And for $199, I got an idea here. For $199, let's say it gets that low, it's worth picking that one up. But we will talk about that the next go around. Just a little north from where we were at Walmart is Meijer. And I don't know if a lot of people are familiar with Meijer. Again, this is another store that I haven't been to in a long time. Let me turn this around. It's been a long time since I have been inside a Meijer. I mean, years. We'll see what they have here. I'm honestly, I don't know. I know there's gonna be some kind of toys. Are there home arcades in Meijer? This is actually a website that I never even paid any attention to looking up, but we will find out what they have. I'm kind of hoping that we find more of those superpowers, just as an experiment of why we're not seeing any Batman or Superman. We've been to a ton of Walmarts. I mean, we've been from central part of the state to the eastern, and it's just, are they that really hard to find? A Superman, a Batman, or even Darkseid. Just walking through those doors over there. For those not familiar with Meijer, I'd say it's close to a Walmart, maybe a step up in clothing. I'm not sure, but haven't purchased a lot from here. But there is a toys and games section down here, and that's the direction we're headed. Also, they do have a full grocery section here, along with a super Walmart would have. Their electronics department, they do have, I'm seeing some Xboxes over here. I did see some PlayStation 5 logos. I mean, they do sell PlayStations here. We'll see if we find any in store. But the Xbox controllers, a collectible area. Ooh, look at this Casey Jones mask. We have that Batarang, and this is a different color. So if anyone remembers, I said in the video, I saw an open box, and it was kind of like that bluish purple. The Batarang I just saw at Walmart and the ones that are at Target have that red on there. So there's two different types of Batarangs out there, and they all have these bluish purple at Meijer. Casey Jones mask. If anyone hasn't seen this, I came across one of these a few months ago, and it's wearable. If anyone saw that Magneto X-Men 97 on Amazon, look it up. It's a pre-order for $99. This would look really great next to that. We'd have some Gremlins over here, along with some other collectible figures. This is Turtles right here. Like this is that Mummy, the invisible turtle. And if you've noticed those lights at Five Below, I was comparing them to this. I do have this, and it changes colors. My issue with this, and it's the same brand, which this is what I don't understand. The color we're looking at right here, I'm not even sure it gets this dark. It's a very washed out. I mean, you talk about washed out marquees. These 6 colors are so washed out when it's running. There's a little dial on here where you can adjust the speeds as it goes through all the rotations for $29.99. I'm not completely happy with that light. The $5 smaller Ghost and Pac-Man at Five Below, similar to like this size, and look at, they're selling this for $14.99, are definitely the way to go over this one in my opinion. It's PlayStation. Now I do have one of these, and it's that original PlayStation logo with the regular colors like this, and it will light up in sequence. So this is a total like white to blue look. $24.99. Something that would look really good behind you or in your game room. See what else they have. Keyboard pads, coasters. We just talked about the PlayStation. NES coasters. I believe I saw these at Kohl's along with some of these. So this is kind of the general things you're gonna find at these retailers, at Kohl's, at Meijer. Decals, coasters. See what else they have in this area. Just talked about those Xbox. It's the PlayStation area. So they do have a PlayStation 5 for $459. So anyone still looking for these? Meijer does have them, along with plenty of switches and a really cool Casey Jones mask. Might be an excellent Halloween idea. We didn't find any arcade one-ups here, but we did find Spider-Man 2099. Another shout out for the 3rd time today for $5.99, along with Miles Morales, which there's a new movie, the new Spider-Verse. From what I'm hearing, people are loving it. And if anyone ever was interested in a Lego Bowser, Meijer's got you covered for a low price of $269.99. And some vintage puzzles here, some vintage Star Wars. Batman, and this right here is my all-time favorite Batman logo. The way Batman was drawn, late 70s, early 80s. Look at Robin. This is my favorite. Is that Commissioner Gordon? And Superman, some more Batman, and just like everyone has seen these. I mean, this cover right here, all the villains. Another Batman. You look at the Superman. It'd be fun to put a puzzle like this together, the Star Wars. Man, these Batmans are really catching my eye. There's a Spider-Man right here. And some Transformers in their toy section here. Junk heap. It's like they have 3 of them from that 1986 Transformers movie. Gosh, if you were collecting all these, this is another motorcycle. If you were collecting these, you'd have to go to a lot of different stores. Here's another Sludge. We just saw him. $54.99. So I mean, everyone's staying pretty true to their Starscream to that $55 range. There's a second Starscream behind him. Some more Transformers, and not seeing a lot of Power Rangers stuff. I saw, trying to think, I think it was this guy last week. And are these connectable? Will these morph together? So at Power Rangers Zord, so $28 per figure. Looks like 3 of them combined here. Well, about $100 you can make the let's just call them the Dino Fury Zord links. Put them all together, and they do have some of the figures here. Some of the Rangers. It's a green one. 30% off, $14.99. Kind of an interesting little stand here of these guys. I was a big fan of Nightwing. Got Clayface, the Joker, Batman, Robin, looks like Damian Wayne, and Dick Grayson's Nightwing. Dungeons and Dragons. More Star Wars stuff. Not seeing any Ninja Turtles. They do have some DC figures. 30% off. Some more Dungeons and Dragons, and we saw a discounted one at Target. I haven't seen this figure, but this totally reminds me of that 80s cartoon. And just remember, they all went into that ride together, and they ended up in that land, you know, the Dungeons and Dragons world. Those Saturday morning cartoons. Some Masters of the Universe. These are $17.99, the 40th anniversary. So we saw some discounted ones at Target and Walmart. These are a little different. It's a different logo. I don't know if these are new in 22. I mean, these are the guys we've been seeing. You know, we saw him for $17.99. It seems like these should be $14.99, maybe even $11.99. 18 bucks is kind of steep. They do have kind of a step up version of He-Man Masters of the Universe here. And then underneath, it's a whole new line here. Different logo, more of a futuristic look for the Masters of the Universe. And I was mistaken. They do have a couple of Ninja Turtles here at Meijer. We have a Raphael. Let's get excited when I see these. Michelangelo and Donatello. So they have 3 out of the 4 turtles. Let's see if we can find a price here. $11.99. Pretty much the going rate from what I've been seeing. I just saw Data here, Star Trek. I'm gonna give a shout out here to the Garage Gamer. He's always posting really awesome figures on Instagram of Picard, Worf, Data. Not sure if there was any Geordi pictures, but oh yeah, Star Trek The Next Generation, just so good. Looks like they're all Datas up here for $12.99. You have some DC Universe up here. King Shazam. And just another look at these pop figures, and it just at Walmart was the exclusive for the Michael Keaton Batman from the Flash movie. Some of those what ifs. I recently did a video what if about iArcade. Arcade went up at games. I think iArcade's got this elaborate plan. I think there's something big coming. We just have to be patient. You know, Destro here. We saw Destro at Five Below. I said I haven't seen Destro in a long time. I'll start seeing him everywhere now. Since I said that, they'll keep popping up, but they $9.99. They do have Cobra Commander, Destro, and Duke. And I missed this when we walked down the aisle the first time from the original Power Rangers show. Remember this villain? A couple of them. Look at the back side here of both of them. See a Groot right here. Saw these at Target. Look at this sign up here. Right above their action figure row. A big Marvel sign. Good look at him on the back side. The Power Rangers. Just love that. That lightning bolt, that nostalgia look. Just like the Transformers. Staple for Meijers is the pony rides for 1 cent. You're gonna find this at every location. It's been here since day one, since it was opened. And on our way out, I mean, just nostalgia here. Just something you don't find at a lot of, you know, just reminds you like the Pizza Huts, the grocery stores when I was a kid. The stickers you can get, the candy. Those capsules of slime I always used to get, all the different colors. I always wanted to get blue or that neon green. You know, you get a color you weren't interested in, and you know, your dad's like, it's 25 cents, 75 cents, 50 cents. So You know, things have changed since we were kids. It's always cool to see this stuff. Yeah, I was pretty impressed with the toy lineup they had at Meijer. You know, having PlayStation 5s, plenty of video games. You know, I'm not expecting to find arcade 1-up at stores. And if we do, it's gonna be like the same lineup we just talked about, like what Walmart will have. But to find those action figures here, some different things you're gonna find at every store, and that's kind of like the trend of, you know, you're out there looking for, you're collecting toys, you're looking for stuff. That Ninja Turtle Casey Jones mask might have been the best thing that I saw here. That it's taken everything to me not to turn around and pick that up right now, along with that other Batarang. You pick up the one here, you get the one at Target, and that back grappling gun at Target from '89. You get all three of those, they'd look awesome on the shelf. Plenty of Foxes in this shopping area in Waukesha, all different areas. I always see this one on the way out. I wanted to get a good close-up look of them. Big shout out to Toxin here. We found another Mr. Fox. And just the vicinity of where the blue Mr. Fox is, you can see him right here. That's the Target we always go to. Our usual intro spot right there, standing across the street from that Hobby Lobby we just checked out a couple of days ago. And the Five Below, Old Navy, Ross is down here. Big shopping area along with other things to the right of me. We'll close up the video at Target. You see what I mean? They have the red ones at Target. Meijer, it was that blue, that purple blue. So you get both of these. You put them next to each other. $32.99, Batman Beyond, along with Batman '89 grappling gun. This would look really cool on display. They still have 3 of these, 4 of them. 4th, they found another one. There's still time for me to put this off just a little bit, but this is, not seeing a price on the front here, but this, I believe this was $32.99 also. So between this and the 2 now Batman Beyond Batarangs, I don't know, is this number 5? And like that figure we were just talking about from the Dungeons and Dragons 80s animated cartoon, this is what I was referring to. And these were marked down. Looks like they're back at full price, but I believe these were on clearance a couple of weeks ago. Check out Cyclops here. And right around the corner, they still have some of these bigger Ninja Turtles. They have Raphael and 2 of the Donatello. Just love that 80s logo, along with, for $11.99. Something was higher. I think we were talking He-Man. I think He-Man was higher. So then we saw the $17.99 at Meijer, $12.59 at Target. Back to the Turtles here. They have Michelangelo, a couple of them. It's like the same ones we saw from last week. Leonardo. I know there was a Donatello here. The only one they didn't have, as another Michelangelo, was Raphael. And recently picked him up a couple of weeks ago to give us 4 turtles all together. But it is cool to see these still lingering around, showing up at Target, Walmart, now Meijer. Let's look at that backside, the ooze. I gotta bring this up. I missed this the other day when I was talking about the $4.49 sales at Best Buy for all 3 deluxe. Thanks to Tim's Arcade Talk and Reviews. He told me, he goes, why are they still showing that Ms. Pac-Man? I looked at this so fast, I thought it was class of 81. Arcade 1-Up is still using that Ms. Pac-Man. Unbelievable. Like, does anyone else see this? On the email you got from Arcade 1-Up, if you go on their app, you're seeing Ms. Pac-Man. Alright, seriously. I swear I'm not like doing this on purpose. Another Spider-Man 2099. They had a bunch of masks right here. $11.99 masks. They just keep popping up. There's a Ghost Rider here. We have 2 Ghost Rider figures, and I just want to point out when he's sitting on his motorcycle, look at his legs. Dude, if you had the money, would you pick this up? Optimus Prime. $179.99. It's massive. I mean, just look at the size here compared to my hand holding this up. A shot of it from the back side. And it's your true 84, 85, 86 Transformer. Be cool if they had the trailer. I was just looking for the trailer part of it. Oh yeah, that just brings back memories. That's gonna do it for today. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. We'll see you later, Mr. Fox.